All right, howdy, y'all. I want to do a little video today. I was on basically a live chat this morning, our chat room, whatever you want to call it. And they were discussing tools and things like that. And somebody posted a video of a young man that was sharing his experience and what he learned on grinding wheels, on the little thin grinding wheels he used for parting things off and stuff like that. He was getting, not very many parts parted off before the blade wore out on him. Anyway, now what I want to do here is I'm not going to be bashing him or anything like that. Matter of fact, it's the opposite. I would be thanking him for experimenting and learning and videoing it. He even used his high-speed camera to get some slow-mo video to show you what was going on and stuff like that, and he posted it up for people to learn from. And that's great. That's what we're trying to do. I'd say at least half of us on YouTube are trying to show our experiences to teach other people, and the other part is just entertainment. So anyway, what was going on was he was wearing out the blades super fast. So he conducted an experiment, and the way he was doing it, he was getting like 6 parts. And the way he changed to, he got like 60 parts. That's a good improvement, definitely. So, but in his slow-mo, he was noticing the part was shaking. You could see how the blade was chipping off and stuff like that, and which was great. It shows you what's going on, but I don't think he understood what was actually happening. So that's what I want to do, is just kind of take it another step up. So I don't have no fancy video animation stuff. What I'm going to have is a couple little prints right here, little drawings. Now what I want to show you is his original way to do it was like this. And he was wearing those blades out. And I'll tell you why. We're going to call it the angle of attack, I guess you could say. Here's where he was cutting. Now, your rotation is this way, okay? This angle here he's got is almost square. So most of the pressure from the wheel is downward and not this way. So what's happening, and the reason he was getting the bounce was, he's obviously cutting sheet metal, and this is a little bit bigger than sheet metal, but it's just for demonstration purposes. As this wheel is coming down, it's pushing the part down. When it pushes the part down, and you're trying to push this way, well, when the part goes down, it gets easy to cut, but then when the spring back comes back up and pulls that part back up into the wheel, well, something's got to give. And what's happening is it's either kind of like in little notches like into the wheel here, or just wearing it down. But by the time it does that several times around that wheel, and by the time they come back around, well, now you've got an uneven cut, and it keeps getting worse. And when that uneven cut comes into this corner here, it just bangs on it, and that's where it gets the chipping and wears the tool down. So what he done was he went to, what did I do with the paper here? Under here. Just a second here. There we go. He went to this and just was going back and forth, taking light cuts. So there's very little surface here cutting. So there's no, and all the pressure is mainly this direction, which is great. But what I noticed was when he broke through going in that direction on a couple of his video shots, which is not a good thing. And I'll show you that why there. Let me get an extra sheet here. Now, optimally, this is the way you want it to cut. Just barely cut through it. So you got your rotation going this way. You got this coming through here, which gives you a long sweeping cut. There's not so much angle here to beat on. And if you get kind of fast, too fast, the wheel kind of just rides up it a little bit and doesn't beat on it so hard. But like I said, I seen him go when he's going back this way, he broke through. Now when he broke through and this wheel is going this way, that sharp corner right here is going to grab that wheel, and it can actually, it'll either chip it off, or it can actually cut into that wheel and split that wheel apart. And that's where you're going to get busted wheels a lot, going the wrong direction. You should be going in this direction with the wheel going in that direction. So you got to be careful which way you're going on it. And if you're doing a plunge cut, because say you're going to cut a box out in a panel, and you're going to do a plunge cut, you should start where your box is going to be, say like right here, when the wheel is up, and as you're pushing down into it, you need to be moving this way at an angle. So basically kind of like at a 45-degree angle, keeping that point the same as you're going into it, and keep doing all the cutting on this side, because if you allow it to back up into here, you're going to end up with that same thing. So to me, when you're cutting straight across something, you should start out over here and go all the way across it. And it'd be really nice, and I've never seen one, but maybe with this video it might inspire somebody to do it. But if you had a cover that was adjustable for depth, kind of like you would have on a circular saw to cut, so you're only cutting so deep through your wood board. If you had that same thing on this, that would allow you to be able to just come right in and go across here, and it would help keep any bounce down and make a nice smooth cut, because you wouldn't have to be forcing it down or anything, you know, and you could keep the wheel at the same level and not allowing it to bounce up and down. But that's the reason for the wear, though, is because the angle of your attack right here, that is too sharp. It's coming around and beating into that corner and just tearing things up. And when you shallow it up and get this longer sweep, your tool is going to last longer, or your blade is going to last longer. So anyway, like I said, I'm not bashing the guy or anything. Actually, the opposite of that. So just wanted to explain to it, because on the chat this morning, I kind of did a deal. It's like there's a lot more to it than what he explained, and I got a bunch of questions. Well, won't you explain it? Well, you can't explain it behind the keyboard. You got to kind of show it. So this is my explanation of that. Anyway, I don't want to keep this video too long, so it's already almost 10 minutes long. All right. Thanks for watching.